Virgo Libra, to your mid-month reading for March. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers, and anyone new to my channel. Welcome, welcome. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, Virgo Libra, let's see what's going on in your energy. This is what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Virgo Libra. Virgo Libra. Nice message for Virgo Libra, please. Nice message for Virgo Libra, please. Right there. Seven of Forces balanced upside down. If you're in any kind of legal matters, you might know that they're not looking good in your favor at this moment. If it's not legal matters, it's just things in general do not seem favorable. They're a little imbalanced. What you might have been working on so hard, pay attention to the details. There are technicalities within this. If you're dealing with any kind of paperwork or legal issues, property, inheritance, work contracts, anything of this custody battle or divorce, anything of this nature, it's not looking real good right now. Something needs to be more balanced out. Let's see what it says. It says justice is balanced in society, but the Akashic records show that justice is not limited strictly to court or contract situations. Justice is energetic, so the energy you put forth now will return to you in the future. Remember that your energy production is up to you. Continue to be aware of your thoughts and actions. Inner balance now leads to beautiful destiny tomorrow. So even though something might not be in your favor, just remember that everything is still right, can look better for tomorrow. The card is, clarify on this card for Virgo Libra, please. So anything you're dealing with, you know, everything will be fine. Just have to deal with the things tomorrow. Even if you lose the case, there's always better things on the horizon. Let's see, obstacles and challenges. So you have the obstacles and challenges coming out. Okay, and getting straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the present, the recent past, and the near future. Definitely having some struggles over here. And remember, friends, if this doesn't resonate with you, please watch the regular Libra or Virgo readings, or your sun. Your sun, that would be your regular ones. Your moon, Venus, also, or rising. Okay. And it's giving you some mental conflict. There's some mental conflict going on. Like I said, I feel the stress. I'm going straight into the recent past. This could have been a week ago, a month ago, a couple of days ago. Could have got a message in that gave you the mental stress, telling you that you're not going to win this. It could be from a spiritual union, upside down. Could be a divorce. Something of this nature, something to do with a partner. Doesn't have to be. Could just be, you know, your car. You do have the fulfillment of wishes coming out in the end. Let's go straight to the spiritual union upside down. It's showing that there is no unity anymore with this person, this situation. I mean, this could be just as, you know, maybe somebody hit you in their car and their, you know, car insurance doesn't want to pay for it. Something like this. Could be anything. It does feel very legal, though. Paperwork, documents, something of this nature. You have the waterfall upside down. The waterfall upside down is showing that the relationship and the union is not healing. There's no healing process to this. And it feels like you're not going to heal from this either. You're not going to give yourself the opportunity to 100% heal from this. There's no real healing with the Six of Forces. Maybe if you had a car accident, maybe you never healed from it. And maybe, you know, you're trying to sue this person for medical reasons, right? Something of this nature could be a possibility. But just make sure that no matter what, within this situation, there's a significant loss of power. So you might feel like, you know, you don't have the upper hand at this time. There's something in play that has taken away what you consider to be your power, right? So if something happened and it had something to do with the court case or something of this nature, take it how it resonates, you have kind of lost the power. The power is turned upside down, and you know that. And it might have only been a couple of weeks. Maybe you thought you had the power in this case, and then all of a sudden it turned against you. And that's showing over here in the balance as well, that whatever you thought was in favor, you've lost the favor. So it is showing that you don't have the favor of that anymore. Okay. You know, Nine of Swords. This puts you in the Nine of Swords. This is where that mental conflict is coming in. I'm just giving you nightmares. If you did get into a car accident or something, you might even have nightmares of having this car accident and feeling like this person really was at fault, but the courts are not seeing it this way. Your insurance isn't seeing it this way. Something is happening, and you're not completely healed from this, and this is why you're in the Nine of Swords. And that's also that waterfall of healing, needing to make sure that you're healing from this some way or another. With the Three of Coins, they're not seeing you on the pedestal. They're not seeing your favor. They're not seeing it your way. Yeah. Something has turned in this situation. It's been going on for probably quite a few months or so, that has now in the recent past changed against you. And with the Three of Swords, this is like, it just feels like maybe it's sloppy. Maybe you spent a lot of money within this situation. Maybe you paid a lawyer a lot, and it doesn't feel like it's in your favor, and you're trying to figure out, you know, what the heck is going on. But it just feels like there's something very sloppy going on over here. It just feels like a mess is really what it feels like. This is a mess. This is a nightmare, and this has become a mess. And that's really what it feels like. This has just become a mess. With the mental conflict over here, showing that you're in the Nine of Swords. Let's get another card and see what's going on. And it is becoming a bigger obstacle and challenge. It might even feel like it's even a bigger obstacle and challenge than it was in the very beginning of the situation. It seems like it's just getting messier as it goes. Maybe if it's a divorce, the divorce just got really messy, right? Something like this. Whole situation. The scribe, a lot, like I said, a lot of this is legal documents, something of this nature, with the scribe coming out, because the scribe is talking about documents becoming a mess. Things are becoming a mess, you know, and putting all this effort, just knowing that these documents are here, the more everything is coming together, it's putting me in mental conflict. It might even feel like truths are not being told. Things are becoming, maybe certain truths are becoming eradicated. They're being taken out. How come they're not showing up in this court case? How come they're not in the paperwork? How come they're not in the document? They're not over here. They're not over there. And it just feels like there's all kinds of things that are leading, and it's becoming against you. And you're, you know, you're beside yourself in mental conflict, trying to figure out why this is happening. Why did this change? Right? Why did this change? And how could they even get rid of that? So it just felt like where the opportunity was on your side, it has now making a huge turnaround, and it's looking better for the other person, and it's because there might have been some missing documentations, and you know that, or somebody turned something around. Somebody could have lied. It's hard to say, right? I haven't gotten any of that just yet, but we'll figure out why the scribe is here. Why is all this documentation, and it feels like it's not what it was before, so it's making even a bigger obstacle and challenge. Maybe when somebody wrote something up, they had misleading values in the story, or they changed their story, and it was, you know, documented wrong. Clarify on the scribe. Yeah, judgment upside down. The moon, it's illuminated. Yeah, and you're saying it's a lie. That's not true. This has fantasy in it. This is not real. Maybe things were added, right? Maybe some things were taken out, and then some things were added, and something is illuminated over here. It's not being told the right way. I would say with the moon right side up that there was fantasy added. They're like, you know, no matter how you, it's not truthful. And it looks like the judgment is not looking good at you because they did fantasize about something or took something out. Take it how it resonates. It's going to be a little bit different for all of you. However it is, this is not right. And you know it. For some of you, you're going to say, yeah, they said, you know, if I was in a car accident that I turned this way when I, you know, and it was that and this and the other, and that's all a lie. They actually ran into me. And then, you know, or they left the best parts out to save their own butt. Somehow or another, it's written wrong. And this messes up your judgment. This messes up your court case. This messes up everything that's going on. And that's how it turned. And this is why you're in mental conflict, because you know it's wrong. It's fabricated, whether it was added or taken out. It's a fabrication. Doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, and you know that now this is how, and you're thinking about this, right? This is how it's no longer in your favor. Failure to face the facts that something has changed. Failure of them to face, you know, the facts. So you're very suspicious about this because as you're reading this or listening to this or reading this document or whatever your lawyer is saying or whatever, it there brings up this high suspicion. Because you know that that's wrong. A lot of this is divorce, my friends. Okay, divorce. Okay, and your person is lying. Okay, but it doesn't have to be divorce. But it's also going to show that there's also going to be a what? A delay. Because of what? Disillusionment, disillusionment. Now you have two cards of disillusionment. So don't, you know, hey, I'm telling you right now, whatever they did, they changed something that has no clear facts to it. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if they added stuff that's a disillusionment, that's a lie, or if they took the things out to keep it, right? To keep it in their favor. However, it's missing something. I think most of it is they added things. I think they added things that were not true. That's really what I believe. I think that's what most of you are going to say. Maybe they took pieces out and then added new things in. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why I'm figuring it. I just keep thinking that they added something in, but also took something out. So maybe that's what they did. Maybe they took a large piece out to add some fabricated thing back in. So that's why it fell out of your favor. Knight of Swords. You're moving. You're moving swiftly to try to fix this. You're moving swiftly to try to get through these obstacles and challenges. I think you're trying to fix this. I think, you know, this is the Knight of Swords. This is you. You are on the roll. You are saying, no, I'm going to tell you what the truth is and try to get yourself balanced, trying to put it back into your favor. But you have to move fast. You have to move fast. And you know you have to move fast. Because if you don't move fast and you just sit back in mental conflict, you know, the good thing is I don't see any Eight of Swords, so I don't see you like really trapped. I just see you having nightmares, and it's causing a nightmare within your life, because you have to move. Time is everything right now, because if you want to get out the documents that you need to get out, or find a piece of paper that had this and that on it, maybe you even have something to prove that they lied or they added this or that. So you have to be fast on trying to fix that, or to try to show, you know, whatever it is, right? Yeah. Yeah, you have to do it before it dies. The Death card, you have to do this before it gets to the point where you can't fix it. Before it ends up like a transformation of itself to where you can't do anything about it and you lose. With the Death card upside down, it's like you're going to lose. Then you would have to go all the way back to the basics to do something, and you can't do that. You've come too far. You can't do that. It's too far in the process that you can't have that happen. So it would have to be like you had to let it go because you couldn't fix it because you didn't move fast enough. So you have to move fast, Virgo, Libra, okay, on this, to try to do whatever it is you need to do. If you have a piece of paper that shows that they're lying and you have the facts and the figures and this and that, find that paper. Destroy that room. Destroy that, you know, that computer, or, you know, that, you know, whatever, you know, it is, you know, find it, you know, go through those bank statements, whatever it is, right? But you have to act fast, because this is really showing this quickness of you have a time limit, and you know you have a time limit before this ends up ending itself, and then you have no choices. But right now you have choices. You have A and B. So you have to get in there with A and B and find that. If it's not here, you can't get it to it from the bank here, then get down to the bank, right? Because I have to have those statements. I have to have this. Okay. Figure out where it is. But it's time-based. Definitely time-based. Because you have the perfect timing with the moon, and with the Knight of Swords sitting underneath the moon, catty corner like this, it's saying this has to be all within perfect timing. Otherwise, you lose with the Death card. Okay, so you have the fulfillment of wishes over here. So this is what you need to do now. You know you have it. You know you can find it. Get to it, right? Got to get there. Otherwise, this person's going to like throw you under the bus when you already have what you need. The fulfillment of wishes over here. You know, if it's a car accident, maybe you can go to the city if they have cameras, right? And you can get that from the city, right? That car accident from the city. Think about these things, right? It's like, no, I know I didn't do that. I know it for a fact. So you go to the city, you find that video. The city will allow you to have that for court reasons. You can even, you know, have your lawyer do it, you do it, something. I know they can do that. So, yeah. And then that can prove your case. Do something, right? The Ark of the Covenant upside down. So you do have the fulfillment of wishes with the Ark of the Covenant upside down. This is getting crazy over here. Let's see what we got here. We have the Ark of the Covenant upside down is if there's illegal dealings. This is so legal. If you guys are dealing with an Aries, they're having the same issue. I just want you to know. Legal dealings at issue. This card reversed could show a broken contract or a failed legal transfer. What? Okay, so it looks like whatever's going to happen, you're not going to find it. Be cautious with professionals who care for your investments and other things that are of value at this time. While they may not be seeking to do you harm, they could be more neglectful than you should be. A significant legal matter may seem, there's an event more, wait, hold on. There's even more important reference to your to you karmatically. Hold on a second. Give me a second, guys. There's something karmic going on is what it's telling us. With the card reversed, you have broken your contract with your higher self. Perhaps you avoided your karmic work and put your higher purposes aside because you were too busy or too hard. That's why I said, that's it, right there. You guys, what I say, swiftly go find this stuff. If you're just lingering around and thinking you're going back to the basics or not doing anything or just making it dead and saying, oh, I lost this, I did this or that, you let yourself down. That's what this card is. So you'll have your fulfillment of wishes. So looking for your fulfillment of wishes is not going to come because you didn't put through the work. That's why Spirit's saying, put the work down. You have a time period. Because you avoided your karmic work and put your higher purposes aside because you were too busy or it's too hard. That's because of the Nine of Swords. That's because of the mental conflict. So right when you think you're going to go do stuff like this, you're saying, well, I don't know, this is pretty hard. Maybe I should just let it go with the Death card. Try to figure out other options around this. No, because you're not going to get to your fulfillment of wishes because you broke the contract with yourself. You didn't try. So you added more karma to something that might already be karmatic. Okay? So if it's already karmic to begin with, you're adding more karma to the situation. Or you have knowingly chosen to be directed by your fears and emotions, okay, instead of what's best for you. In either event, it's time to wake up and renew your covenant, not just in word, but in deed. Your life will simply not work until you do so. So if you just close your eyes against this and say, well, you know what, I'm fine. They lied about it. They did whatever they did. They changed the story. Okay? No, Spirit is saying, get out there swiftly, hurry. You have a time period to get this done. If you want to get to your fulfillment of wishes, you have to hurry. Try to find what you can find. If you can't find it, then fine. But then you try. Okay, but if you just roll over and say they win, that's not going to help you. It's just going to build more karma. And we're karmic beings, right? We wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for karma. So, you know, but you don't want to build tons of negative karma. I'm going to try to get out as much negative karma for better karma, right? So this will at least give you ways of building better karma for yourself to try. Okay, so it's saying over here, the possible near future is you didn't try. You rolled over and said, well, looks like they lied. There's nothing I can do about it. But like I said, you have something. You have paperwork. The city has a camera, something. There's something there. Think, think, think. The Page of Cups. The Queen of Coins. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, High Priestess is you not using your intuition. Yeah, you let it end. The Page of Cups upside down. Here we go. So here's your possible outcomes, right? You temporarily distracted yourself. You didn't get to where you needed to be. If you it's like you distracted yourself because you didn't believe you were going to have the prosperities out of the case because they've already thrown you under the bus so far. They've already lied their way through everything. It's almost kind of like you gave up, right? You didn't use the intuition or do your homework with the Fool. So it just made an ending to the end. And with the Queen of Coins, you may have to pay, right? You're going to have to... You were distracted, so... If they don't take this, don't look it up. That's pretty much what's going to happen. You didn't give it enough But if they do go and do that, could it change the outcome? Could it change the outcome? So even if you go and do all the work, let's see what the outcome is, potential outcome. Okay, so here it is. Looks like you do the potential outwork. You have the potential to become the king of coins. You're going to be a little more prosperous out of the situation. You're not going to pay as heavily out of pocket with, okay, with the 4 of coins in reverse. You're still going to pay out of pocket. You're still going to have to pay some things, or some things won't come to you. Either you're going to have to pay for certain things, or you're not going to get as much in return, right? It feels like over here, you're going to pay way more over here than they are. Because you got the 2 of Wands. It's almost like both of you are going to have to pay something. But in the end, it's going to kind of turn a little bit more into your favor, but it's not 100% favorable. But at least you're going to get something out of it. You're going to get something out of it, but you're still going to get something. You know what I mean? Like, so your insurance will still have to pay for something, but they'll have to pay too, right? They'll have to pay their insurance will pay your medical, something like this, right? But because they have done all of this already, you guys have to move fast to find the answers. It definitely won't be as unfavorable as it is now, that's for sure. Right now, they've got this whole thing turned really in 100% their favor somehow, okay? And at least over here, you can show to where they're going to end up having to pay something, and then you're going to walk out as the king of coins saying, yes, this is what I have. Does that mean that you'll still have to not pay something? No, it does not say that. It says that more than likely there might be something you might still have to pay, or your insurance might have to pay something of this. So you might even both be found guilty of both running a stop sign and hitting each other, right? Something of this nature. So that's the way it is, but at least it's more balanced. See, it's balanced. It's now balanced because you have the 2 of Wands. So now at least it's coming to a balance where it's not just feeling like they threw you underneath the bus. Okay, so there is this beautiful balance over here. Okay, so I like to see it more balanced myself, because then that way the legal status can say, yes, maybe you're at wrong, maybe you're at fault, you're both at fault, but just throwing you under the bus is going to make you pay a lot out of pocket, because they're trying to blame the whole dang thing on yourself. So make sure you find those documents or whatever you have, my friends. Okay, don't just make it to where they win, okay? And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.